wanted to address you guys on something that was addressed in the last live stream, and maybe I can try to address it as best I can without sounding too cynical. It sounds like, to me, that people say, oh, you sound like this, or you sound like that, and you must be this. So, I'm sorry to say this for most people, and I'm sorry to say this. You guys don't know me, okay? I come from a small Midwestern town that couldn't care less about the outside world, okay? So, before we throw the baby out with the bathwater, hear me when I say this. I hope and I pray that most people who see this understand I'm not a racist individual. I don't have a racist tone in my body. I've seen enough injustice in my life that it just makes me want to shy away from talking to people in general. But these people that I speak with, they tend to say, "Oh, you're not a good person, or you're a disrespectful person. You don't know." Well, I'll say this as well for most people who who actually understand. I come from a Midwestern town, very nonchalant, doesn't give a two rat thinks about people like me. And I'll tell you why. It really, really haunts me that people think that I may be something that I'm not. And I'll say this to you as well. If you could walk a mile in somebody else's shoes, I from a family, I said a family that does not give a rat's rip about me or about other people outside of their own tribe. And I can sit there and be told all freaking day, oh, you're this, you're that, you're a racist piece of shit. Well, I'll say this, every race has their own ilk. Hi, um, happy to meet you, gay. How are you? I'll say this for people who just entered the chat. Uh, please like, please share, please subscribe. It will help me in the algorithm and hopefully get me to 500 subscribers. Because I'll tell you right now, it's not simple. And I'll say this as well. Now, some people can look at me and say, well, I have no teeth, young sir, young ma'am. I have no teeth. Okay? I have no teeth. And believe it or not, I can still eat steak. I can still eat steak. And I'll say this as well with some people. Why do I have to have teeth all of a sudden? Huh? It's an honest question. Why do I go? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It just really amazes me how some people can look at me and say, why do you do what you do? Thank you so much. It just saddens me as well that most people would say, "Oh, you're just a messed up junkie who doesn't know no better." Well, At one point in my life, I was that messed up junkie who the hardest drug I ever did was opiates. And opiates, let me tell you, oh my God, that was something I would never tell any one of you guys to do. Because that, I've seen that particular opiate problem take a lot of lives. And with the other issue with ethanol, that's taking a lot of lives. Hi, how are you, Sandra? How are you? Please like, please share, please subscribe. Hi, how are you? Harder, Aiden. I hope you guys are well. And look, I realize I sometimes do these impromptu live streams, and I sometimes sound like I'm a little high or a little drunk, but believe it or not, I don't normally get drunk on these live streams because it doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot to you guys. I mean, to me anymore. I'm sorry. It just really saddens me that most people don't see me for who I am and what good I can do for people. Now, is there certain things that I can do well? Of course. Are there certain things I can do not so well? Of course. Now, I may sound very nonchalant, kind of like an old school hippie type, but I'm not trying to sound like that. I'm trying to come at you with the same respect that even those kiddish people, I try to be, but it just seems like no matter who I try to be, it seems like I gotta go a certain way, one way, certain way, another way, and it doesn't, it, it, I can't let loose because I can't, it's not good manners. I can't be that simple person. It's not good manners. And it just really saddens me. And I hope people look. I may, I, I do these. I try to do decent content. And if you actually look through my catalog, if you actually look through my catalog, because I'm trying to respond to each comment as it floats up, and if you look at my catalog, I've ridden through my hometown. I've shown you bits and pieces of my hometown. I've also shown you locally. I can't go very far, to be perfectly honest. I can only go so far on my scooter, if you know what I mean. It's no disrespect. Now, I come with you guys, and I know I sound like I'm a little demented at times. Now, I try to do very simple, very calming stuff, but okay. I know I sound a very flat jawed, etc., but I'm not trying to. It just really bothers me. And do I get everything right? Oh, heavens no. Not even close. But you know what? I'm going to shut this down. You guys have a great night. Okay? Have a great one.